Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today I will explain active and passive. Now, what do you mean by active and passive? Okay, I give you an example. Okay, by the way, when you go like weekends, you go and meet your friends and you gather together and you have a child and your child is jumping around, doing things and breaking things, running around, and your friend will say, "Wow, your child is very active or passive." Your friends will say, "Wow, your child is very active." But if your child sits there doing nothing, he's very passive, right? So that's what it means by active and passive. Like David and the chair. David is active. The chair is passive. Always. The chair is always passive. So if I say, if the subject is active, the subject is doing it, it's called active. If the subject doesn't do it, it's called passive. For example, David pushes the chair, it's active because David is the subject and David is doing the action. But, so I can say, okay, so this is active, okay? David pushes the chair, okay? It's called active. Why it's called active? Because David is active. The subject is active. David is the one, and this chair is always passive. So David pushes the chair, it's called active, because David is active. But if I want to change this into passive, okay, I do it like this. It's very simple. You have a few steps. Number one, subject becomes object. Object becomes subject. So I go like this. Oh, don't forget capital letter. Okay, so the chair, okay, and David is back here. All right, you're going to learn this in a few minutes. Okay, very simple and easy. So subject becomes object. Object becomes a subject. Now, that's how I would explain because it's a little bit confusing. Now, I call this one finger. If it's one finger here, I have to have three parts here, three fingers. From one finger to three fingers, okay? Now, don't forget, it's B plus the third form plus 5. Now, some people don't know what the third form is. It's my own creation. No grammar book, no books anywhere mention a third form. The third form is my own creation, okay? The third form in grammar book is called past participle. But I hate that word because I'm an ESL student myself. I don't know how to explain past participle. I don't know what it means, okay? But it's not, because it's not past either. It's not past. Now, for example, we all know do, did, done. This is the first form, this is the second form, this is the third form. But third form is not past. It can be present, and can be past, and can be future. You agree? So, and that, another one, cut. Another one, but these are called irregular verbs, but most of them are like this, okay? Study, okay? The second one is studied. Usually it's ed, right? And study, well, you're going to learn this yourself. I'm not going to explain this, okay? We are in this, but every time you use passive voice, always use this part, okay? The third form. Use the third form, alright? The third form. So now push the third form, as I told you, as I just said, 95% of the verbs ended up ed, okay? So push, I just know the third form is what? Pushed. Well, if you don't know, just ed. Okay, if the teacher said, you cannot check the dictionary, you don't have time to think, well, just ed. The teacher feels better if they see ed here, even if it's wrong. Yeah? Okay, so ed means the third form. And of course, by is always by. Now, be, this is the problem. This is the biggest problem. Be, how to use be? Well, the chair is singular. And then singular, so it's either is or was, right? Two options. You cannot say are or were, right? So the chair, it's is or was. But what should I use? A chair is singular, it's probably it is, probably it was. So what should I do? And then I check here. Pay attention. I just mark your test And I just realized that many people forget this. This is present. So this is present, this is past. Which one should I use? Well, of course, it's this. Because this is present, this is present. That's how you get. Now, this is another problem is, so present goes with present. So remember, 3 things. Number 1, about passive and active. 3 things you have to remember. 3 things you have to remember. All right. Number 1, okay, subject and object exchange, changed. Okay, changed. Subject, object changed. Number 2 what? Don't forget be plus the third form. Well, we don't say third form. Okay, grammar book doesn't say third form. It says past participle. Okay, but it's too big a word for me. I'm an ESL student myself, so I don't use it. I just do the done is done. Study, studied is the third form. So that's all. Okay, and then plus by. Don't forget this part. Okay, at least this part. All right. Sometimes you don't need to say by, but don't forget this. Oh, this is important. Keep the same tense. Keep the same tense. All right? Keep the same tense. What? What do you mean by keep the same tense? Pay attention to this, okay? Pushes is present. So you have to change to present. You cannot change to was. Because this is present. Oh, by the way, why do we have to keep the same tense? Because David pushes the chair. The meaning is basically the same as the chair is pushed by David. The same meaning. So if it's the same meaning, it has to be the same tense. You agree? So that's what it is. Now, but what if I change this to pushed? It's past. So now I cannot use is. I have to change to past. Yeah, and it go on and on and on and on. Okay, but I'm going to show you another trick. Okay, another trick. Okay, I'm going to. Okay, for example, if I say David is pushing. Oh my goodness, this is difficult. It's pushing. So now, because I cannot touch this. Third form is always a third form. By is always, I cannot touch. Don't say pushing here. Some people automatically think about, oh, the chair is pushing. No, pushing. No, it's what? This is ing, so be is what? Ing. Yeah? If I see pushing here, the verb is ing, automatically be is ing. But don't forget, ing is like a wife. It has to always go with something else. You need a husband and a wife. Husband and wife. Okay, so ing here. So I have to have a husband. The husband is either is, because chair is singular, or was. And this is present continuous. So the chair is being pushed. Okay, one more time. If it's ing here, you have to use ing here. If it's present continuous, you have to use present because you cannot touch this, right? Now, here is another one. If I change to David has pushed the chair, and this is called present perfect. Present perfect. Present perfect. Present perfect. Present perfect means has, have, plus the third form. Again, if this is the third form, oh, you have to change too. You have to change. Okay. If this is the third form, just like ing, you have to use being, ing. But this is ed. This is the third form. It's not past. This ed is not past. It's not the second form. The second form is past. But this is the third form. So that's why I never use past participle. Okay? So I change it to the third form. But if this is the third form, be becomes the third form. Don't forget, this is the grandfather of is, am, are, was, were, be, being, being. I always have problems saying these 2 words. Yeah? Even now I still probably cannot say it properly. Okay, this is being. This is being. Mr. Bean. Yeah, being. Yeah. So anyway, well, I'm learning too, everyone. So this is the third form. By the way, every time you use the third form, this is like a wife. And you have to use a husband here. And if it's past, it's had. If it's future, it will have. See? Past perfect, present perfect, future perfect. Yeah? So depends. So, but this is always the third form. So and this is the third form. So this one and this one are the same. So if you use the third form, you have to use the husband somewhere here. And why has? You cannot use have because it's one chair. Alright? So we can go on and on and on and on. Alright, I think that's enough so far. And till next time, see you. Bye bye.